we play the Revenant. Man, this card feels sweet, like when you hit it. Let's draw all of the cards, because reasons. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today, because you asked, Mono Black, because I know you want to see some of the new cards, we will try to use them, especially Starving Revenant, the new Sheoldred. This is the card that probably creates the most emotions, I think. We'll talk about all the cards in the outro, we will talk about them, which I liked, which I didn't, but right now we will just click on them. You can pause the cards and, you know, see what the text does. We'll go directly into action. Oh, and by the way, after you read this one, there's Chupacabra. I don't know if that's the best card, but I'm a huge Chupacabra fan. I was playing with the card so much, we are playing with it. Oh, and if you are surprised with Cavern of Souls, it's land that kinda has no drawback, and it can make your Revenants uncounterable, which means that against control decks you will get so much cardo that it's insane. And for this card, basically it's small Sheoldred that activates if you have 8 permanents in the graveyard, and draws you 2 cards instantly at the cost of 6 life. That's how you play the card. So, with that being said, we will hop into action. Don't forget to subscribe if you appreciate some mono black action. If you want to sit more on the channel, that's the way to get it. And yeah, have fun, guys. And because, oh boy, this will get interesting very quickly. And we will play the Underdog that is uncounterable. I want the Spirit, man, but it's better for now, right? So let's go with Human. Just because, man, it cannot be cut. That's insane. That's insane. Good luck, Mono Blue. Oh, never mind. This is a Azorius control. Very, very different. However, it also means we can play Liliana and force our opponent to start discarding his sweet control cards. Let's go for the cut down. Not fully that card, but mostly. Oh, I see. I see. So they really want to get rid of Liliana, huh? Alright, we'll go with the Underdog block then. They are going for it. We will try to save Liliana because she is pretty important. And they will mill a lot of... Okay, maybe one Underdog. Somehow. How many, you know, Spirit Horrors were milled? One? Only one, but all of the Chupacabras, right? That's actually okay. Alright, let's keep discarding, because we need to get him to 0. So, Field of Ruin, not perfect probably. But let's get rid of the land right now. We could get something good. I mean, this can work, right? Let's go Field of Rain. Alright, let's see. Maybe we can ultimate Liliana. They might not have the answer. And of course, we are milling. Cause why not? Let's help our opponent, right? And they don't have the Sunfall yet. So maybe... But man, Revenant is so good. If this resolves, this is why I was thinking about going for Spirit. Like, this uncounterable would be so great, man. We'll go for the Probe.
Don't overthink things.
So they definitely... Bro, please. Alright, so we're going with the heavy hitters. They will counter it? No? Alright, I'll draw both. And start Sheoldreding our opponent a little bit, because we have the Send 8. Thanks to our opponent is like super helping us with this game plan. So now we are going for the maximum damage if we can. We'll split his land so he cannot mill us more. Alright. That's scary, because that means Liliana won't be able to ultimate on the next turn. Oh man, it's getting easier even. Alright. I really counted on Liliana ultimate, but so be it. We will get him to 0 cards and force full top deck mode.
You know, I think you'd look better as a corpse.
I would love to hit an up. Oh man, that's good for them. So they will get their hand a little bit better. We wanted... Man, he's hitting those mind breakers like a madman. Alright, first things first. We should discard. So this is a removal into Edict maybe? Or just Graveyard Trespasser? If Graveyard Trespasser, then we need to go for... Probably go for the throw then. Which means more creatures. I think we might go with this man. I don't super like this play, but what can... But then he just goes with another Mindbreaker, but he does it anyway. Bro, I know you have no decisions, you have one card per turn, but we have more. I think we have to go like this. Alright, sweepers. Not really needed. And what do we do then? I mean, I could hope that he doesn't have a removal, and that's pretty tempting. You know what? Let's go for it. Alright, this is colorless. Let's try. I'm drawing those cards like mad. They might have Jace, they probably do, but it's still okay. This is what we have to do. And let's play the Sleeper to create some more pressure on the next turn. Starving Revenant, interesting one. He cannot kill Liliana, that's important. Or never mind, he can kill Liliana. And he's going for her super hard. Down to 7. I think this is the moment. Liliana did her job. Right now we need to fight.
It's no fun when
Our opponent's life total. Life gain, good for him. Man, we have like 3 turns. This is silly, but I think we are on a good track. We like drawing cards a lot. I mean, we are doing the thing. I probably don't super want to draw cards. Do I know the last card? No. We might be forced to take a gamble, but let's do it as light as possible. And I think I double spelled. It's fine. Alright. We need to raise them, man, right now. They discarded a sweeper. It might mean they have more. Let's see, they have a lot of win cons, man. But they just play the Mindbreaker every single turn. So that's why we need to be quick. Unfortunately, the underdog draws cards. But we'll see how we go about it. We might be forced to take a gamble on the last card and just try to pump our creatures. But Descent is doing a lot of job. Is Geeks command the most damage? Not really. Right? We don't want to double spell on this turn. Tenacious Underdog draws cards which deals 4 damage total. Or we can just go Sleeper, but it's not very efficient. Yeah, I think this is the play. I think this is how we do it. And do we... 39 permanents, okay. So this is what? 5, 9 damage, 10. If I map token, I might die on the next turn. Alright, we are going with it. Our opponent needs to kill us or sweep the board. And we say go, we draw a card, we deal 1 extra damage, he's down to 4. So if we drew with map, we would actually draw the card and lose the game. So, scary. Let's see the Sunfall. And he, man, I can actually try, oh man, Fateful Mending, alright. So he can go up to 8 if he wants. He can double spell, switching Celestus, Vanquish the Horde. Blast Zone. Blast Zone can be activated for a Sleeper, but not for the Underdog. And you can always use the map with no cards in the library. Simply Because you just don't reveal anything. And I think you get the counter, right? Put that card. It's not a land because it's not a card. So you put a +1/+1 counter. So you are kinda guaranteed to do it. And he's going for the Celestus to try to buff as much as possible. Yep, more Mind Breakers. Man, he hit 4 of those in top 25 cards. That's some shuffler things. I mean, your go, my friend. Your go. And we really navigated this win, but that was harsh. We are going first. Let's keep it. Oh, the board. And let's go with the sleeper on the play. Always a little bit better. Not too much power. Where are the animations? Alright. No animations. Overrated. Let's go for the black land. I think this is the play. So we attack. He won't block, of course. What? I mean, mono-white players, am I right? What? Why would you ever block? Alright, so normally I would cut down, but in this situation, like, look what we have. It's so much more fun. He has... Oh, flare. Oh, that's why they always target a creature, because they think it's a removal. I just realized what's going on. And we are not attacking because he can use the soldier to get rid of Liliana. She's vulnerable right now, and we want her because she's a great card. Alright, here's the first frontliner, and here's Harvey. Sure. I don't think we need caverns for this matchup, so let's get rid of additional land and get them out of fuel a little bit. It's super tempting, but it's not for this turn. That's not the play. So, he can kill Liliana, but I think it's okay, because he can play the other guy and plus everything, and I cannot go for the fraud, but I can block one of them, so it's still a good trade for me, and then I go Revenant and draw additional cards, and that should be enough. That's the idea. I see. We do it now. If we don't, I guess it won't make a difference this moment, because we had the mana, but it would come back as a 1/1, and then you need to activate it again. However, in this turn it's not like we're using this mana, I guess. We play the Revenant. Man, this card feels sweet, like when you hit it. Let's draw all of the cards, because reasons. And do we discard something? I actually do. Thanks to additional cards, I can just basically attack his hand for free. Trading my life for his fuel, which is great. I mean, that's my stuff. That's my stuff. Do we go aggressive here? Yes. Yes, we do. Worst case, we sacrifice Sleeper for a block on the frontliner, or this one. He can go for Liliana, but he needs to not only like hit loyalty, he actually needs to kill her. Officer is a strong card. It gives him some potential to come back from this. Can we trade against this? I think we can. I think we can. Let's full swing. And let's be optimal with our damage. I mean, that's a lot. He's down to 8. I could go for 4 loyalty. In reality, I need to tax his mana, so he will need to pay 1 extra mana, basically, and also it means that he gets weaker board every turn, because he can only do it once. See, now he cannot activate the Veteran, because it's 5 mana. So he's going for the frontliner, he needs to spare some damage on Liliana, probably. Not honestly, I would just go face, but I'm not sure if he realizes what will happen on our turn. But let's see, let's see. We still have the underdog, I guess they don't know about it. So they thought that this will be a block that saves them. But man, they play Magic, I guess. Alright, let's go another. Alright, let's see. 2 lander. And we will go with a lot of removal, it seems. Let's keep the cut down. Maybe we'll go for the curtains if he plays Underdog. Probably remove Underdog, right? And let's keep the tempo. I could wait for the transformation, but that means I'm missing my next turn, and that's not something I want to do. And let's go for Underdog and force our opponent to play some removal. You know, start the chain of losing creatures. The faster we lose the Underdogs, the faster we can resolve the Revenant, and maybe keep it in the battlefield. And also fuel the descent, but it will take a while. Alright. Last one, right?
Those who get in my way tend
I
to
think we
regret
both discard Underdogs, to be honest. I'm pretty sure they could... Man, he's actually not going for it. Alright. Let's get rid of Liliana. She wasn't a huge menace so far. Let's go Caverns, and we go for, I guess, Spirit. I never did the math which type is the most, you know, important, but oh man, the showdown. But we are not drawing lands, we are bad at Magic. Alright. So our opponent's Sheoldred resolved, our didn't. We want to preserve the life total because I really want to hit 4th land. Man, he's really good at drawing those power plays. And unfortunately we also have power plays, but we are not allowed to play them, which is not great. I can start working on the Soaring, but I'm pretty sure it won't work. Let's just go with this and draw some new cards. This feels like a lot of power, and we actually got better answer to Soaring than the Underdog, while also having more pressure. So I don't think Revenant will survive. There is a chance, but a low one. He has 2 cards per turn, playing mono black, so he probably has plenty of stuff. Man, it's getting bad. And I won't have 6 mana for Underdog. Oh, I will, because of the treasure. Alright, that's actually huge. Alright, we can answer everything, man. Let's use this. So this kills Raska. And after she's dead, we go Edict. Thanks to the treasure they gave us, which feels super spicy. And he's down to actual 3 cards. And we have a lot of Underdogs, so we should be ahead over time. Land is okay. Land is okay. Don't forget we have Virtue. Just please whiff. Please whiff for a moment. He can, you know, just go for the ability. He probably will. Trespasser. Man, that's a great last card. Alright, but it's daytime, so one of the Underdogs will still survive, which is really important. This is definitely not the correct tap. We will have to discard something, but it's worth it. So I want untapped land, and let's get rid of the Necropolis, because I probably want the Underdog. But do I? Right, I should think about it longer. But you know what, let's go. Let's go human, I guess, because we have humans here. This feels a little bit... I guess you guys want to see the card, right? So let's play it. And if he transforms, he will be able to, you know, discard the Underdog, which is probably not what he wants. 1 card from the top. It cannot be so good, right? This has mana, so we need to remember about it. He actually discarded it. Bro, that's not how you use the ability. I love it. Very, very good for us. And he left to the Preacher of the Schism, so man, wanted to show this to you, but it didn't. He should just race, man. But I guess with the Underdog... But man, the Underdogs cost life, he should try. I mean, we could just Virtue of Persistence this, which seems to be a good plan, especially that we don't have a 2-drop, or 3-drop, so we just go like this. It also means, well, Talia can be answered later, I guess. Of course they have it, of course. And because of the tap land we get punished, but that would be the same in both ways. So hurting us a little bit, but maybe we can make it work. We will get super taxed forever. Huh. Yeah, let's go with the Revenant. Do I draw cards? I want the land. I actually want both. Alright, man. This card will kill me so many times. so I'm trading like my life total for value that I might not be able to play. So I can see this being a huge mistake, but I just like drawing cards too much. Veteran. Alright, he cannot attack on this board state, so that gives us a little bit more time. How target creature, number of permanents in your graveyard. Alright, that's important. I want Chupacabra super much. I think we just play like this, man. Let's get rid of Talia because she is insanely annoying. And we can play the ward on this turn, so let's do it. Man, I need to pay 4 mana for this single removal. Do we want to raise them? That's my question. Can we? You generally don't outraise mono white. So let's do it. I think putting some pressure shouldn't hurt too much. Like, we can always keep defending later, right? And they shouldn't have like odd line turn or something. I can trade here. I want to trade here. He gets the backside, but it means he won't be playing other cards, so I'm still fine with it. So I can -1, not yet good enough. I can remove one of those and then go to Chupacabra. But I need to pay this freaking ward. Alright, so I guess it's not happening. Geek's Command is probably the card we want. And for some reason, some Sorin flashback, I thought I will lose 5 mana, or 5 life, but not the case. Alright. Alright, we're getting there. Let's see if that's... Alright, that's the turn we hoped for. Alright, so now we will try to Geek's Command. No, but we need to get them to 2 power. Those Revenants are holding on their own. And you know what? That's it. That's the turn. We are not attacking, we are taking Virtue of Persistence, and we threaten to take... Yeah, I think he will explode after this. It's weird he didn't play more threats. Like, 2 mana is enough for them to play most of the deck. I think only Adeline is out of reach. And we will get stuff. Do I want Talia? She is okay because of the first strike. I will actually take her now. Much better on our side. How do you work? Highest power, so it will be adversary. We can just go with Chupacabra. I think this is the good start. Right, then we kill one of the vanguards, which means that the rest won't have the ward. And we have always this Hidden Necropolis, so we can dig for more value. Life doesn't matter too much. And don't forget we are getting those creatures back for future. I think we can double attack here. Alright, let's see. And by the way, this is why I don't like Mishra's Foundry, because you don't have double white and double red, because it's the same for mono red. But man, they're actually drawing really bad, I have to say. More Talia. Let's get the Vanguard and create our own mono white 3-buff. And what do? We go for Geek's Command probably. Yeah, let's go. Let's actually go like this, because it clears the board and solves the game for us fully. And now we can swing and there's nothing he can do. Alright, that was an unfortunate. Like, missing one land in aggro is very often, but missing so many is... yeah, like weird. Just a shuffler game, I guess. Perfect. Drawing all of the 4 and 5 drops from my deck. Man, that's literally 3 out of 4 we have here. Let's take it. Let's take it. Only because we are on the play, and only because we have 3 runs, so we might be able to play the Revenant and hit the next one. Sleeper is a good draw, however we still need to draw a land for the Revenant in 2 turns. But then we are kinda set up. With Geek's Command we can get all of those creatures back. Man, I really want to showcase you Aclazotz Deepest Betrayal, but man, it's so hard in current meta. It's actually so hard. And as you can see, we're insanely bad at drawing lands, man. Reason? Cut down. I want to delay his mana as much as possible, and 1 damage is not the biggest deal. I mean, yep. If I don't hit a land, I lost. So let's be good at magic and draw a land. Are we? We are good at magic. Ladies and gentlemen, we are great at magic. We are still in the game then. Let's draw both. Man, that was the only land, by the way. Man, 24 lands feel like a struggle. Like, it just feels like, oh my god, can I get my land, please? Oh man, I'm playing 26 in every deck. But to be fair, 24 is correct with this one. You don't really want to overdraw it. It's not like Control when you need 11, where you need 11 mana or something to play your single card, like Memory Deluge. Alright, he might force us to discard, but it hurts both of us. Interesting. So he wants to sacrifice it.
I'm tired of your
I think we go with Chupacabra right now. We can always get it back. And we should have enough other plays. I don't think we kill Liliana. But we will definitely try. Missing land again, by the way. Just to make sure. 4 lands in 13 cards. That's the answer. However, we can go with a little bit of spam, I guess. I don't really want to discard cards, so we will just go with this. And I mean, there's no harm in doing this. Like, okay, let's pretend a cut down. I actually shouldn't. I should keep 2 mana because that gives him, you know, some thinking room about do we have a removal. For example, activating Fortress is harder. You know, it's not like he will do it, but there's no upside to doing it now. So no, those small plays sometimes matter at higher level of Magic. Here it's mostly, you know, just who draws what. But if you're actually in tournament, those are things that distinguish good players and, you know, the average ones. Alright, 4 cards to go. We have double Geeks Command and we didn't draw a 5th land since opening hand, man. Which is insane. Like, we started the game with 3 lands. During the whole game we drew 1 land so far. And we are actually messing on the 5th land soon. Like, we already should be playing 5 drops, right? So, that's really good. That's actually really good. Let's resolve. And I would expect he has more removal. Alright, so Geeks Command will be perfect for Wedding Announcement, turn before it flips. Or I guess after it flips as well. Man, lands? You joking, bro. So we will go like this. I have an idea. Man, it's insane how hard it is to draw lands when you are playing 24 lander. Like, it feels impossible, honestly. So we will attack and force him to maybe activate the fortress, because we have a perfect cut down for this. So I would love him to activate it. Alright. Okay, so we have our next turn play. It will be a poisoner. So it means he probably won't go for the fortress. I really hope he will try to fish for Liliana, because that would give us free turn, basically. Alright, here it comes. And we cannot protect our sleeper, unfortunately. Let's get good tempo. I guess with Geeks Command it might not matter, it might be a wasted card. This is all of our 5 drops. All of the 5 drops from our deck in top 15 cards and 4 lands. We play 24 of those and 4 of those. Obviously you will draw exactly same amount. Man, this is actually insane. I cannot believe the shuffler today. Man, the games today were super weird, I have to say. I mean, I think we are losing. After missing land for like whole game, like we drew 1 land this game. I mean, like literal 1 land. since opening hand with 3. So that's what I meant when I said that I'm taking this hand only because I have 3 lands and a 4-drop that draws cards. Because I knew how hard it will be. But I didn't expect it will be so hard, man.
You picked a fight with the wrong.
And they're not going with the 4. Man, no lands? This deck has no lands. I mean, I'm speechless, man. I'm actually speechless. Let's see how the game plays out, because at this point it has so little sense. Yeah, I think we're out. Like, we missed like 4 turns in a row, basically. And our opponent is playing single player, so obviously he has such insane edge. It's not beatable, even if we will be allowed to play the game right now. Like, look at this board. I cannot even answer it anymore. And I will, man, 26 seems little compared now. Oh my god, what an unfortunate game so far. I'm pretty sure we will be losing this one.
How we greet our enemies.
Yeah, sure, bro. Absolutely. I will discard whatever, because I don't care, frankly, at this point. This game should not happen, but yep, the tap land. One of the 4 tap lands, when we finally drew it. I mean, I'm out. Like, this is great. I had a great fun. Let's go another. Alright guys, after the game, and now the part I hope you were waiting for, talking about the new cards and how I like them and which one are great and what about crafting and all of this stuff. So let's start with the Starving, and by the way guys, before we start, today games on the arena were insanely weird. Mana screws all over the place. For me, most of my lost games are mana screws because I cannot curve to 3. I mean like legit to 3. And just so you know, 24 lands, I play those. And the same for my opponents, the weirdest matchups ever, cards I didn't see in years, suddenly countering my new plays. I mean, everything was weird today. With that being said, we have a winning record. We went 4 wins, 3 losses, I believe. So looking pretty good. And yeah, let's start talking about Revenant, because this is the most exciting card I think right now. So this contends for a Sheoldred spot, let's be honest. For 4-drop that has 4 power. And it has very similar ability, however, it needs to be activated. So we need this Descent 8, which after playing the games, I find a little bit harder than I expected. Most of the time it's not activated. I think you need more of a dedicated self-mill deck to get into 8s in reasonable time. Otherwise it's just your super late game. So most of the time it's just a 4-drop that draws you 2 cards. The drawing cards is insane. It's such a great ability. You basically get 3 for 1. And just as a reminder, Invoke Despair also went 3 for 1 every time. You lose life. So in our current aggro meta, which not sure if it will change, hopefully, it might be a huge cost to pay. However, so far it felt very good. The problem is that Sheoldred is so good, and against aggro Sheoldred is better because the only upside you have here is by paying 6 life. That's the upside, and very often you don't want to do it against aggro deck. So we will see. It depends on the meta more on the card, but definitely a very, very solid card. So Chupacabra Echo, I mean, it didn't come into play too much today. I think it's a decent card, but the fact you need permanence in this, I think, takes a lot of power compared to the old Chupacabra. For those that don't know, it's a 4 mana 2/2 that kills a creature unconditionally, and that was one of my favorite cards. Always goes 2 for 1. This one is okay, but yeah, more testing needed. Preacher of the Schism. I didn't really use this card. I never drew it. The only time I drew it in today games, I think our opponent instantly scooped. So I mean, it seems pretty good. It just makes every opponent scoop. To be fair, I think it's questionable because Trespasser is insanely good. And it also gives you exile effect. Also, Lord Skitter gives you wider board. So I'm not sure. You need to attack with this as well. And then you not always get what you want. So I would wait with crafting this one. I think it can be a great vampire card. So maybe more of a dedicated deck. It doesn't feel better than the Trespasser to me. But we'll see. And this, the deepest betrayal. I mean, sorry guys, I know you want to see it in action. I believe I will never get to use it, which tells a lot because we played quite a lot of games today and it's just so hard, especially carving out. So I either didn't have the mana, I didn't have the card, or I was dead. So I would definitely wait with crafting this one. While it looks great on paper, standard is extremely aggressive and 5 mana 4/4 might just die instantly, and even the lifelink might not help if that's your, end game. You don't have anything stronger than this for the next turn. So I need to test more. I tried to make it work, I tried to showcase you this card in action, but it just didn't happen, sorry guys, and the video will already be late, so I just cannot keep testing more. We need to get it through. Cavern of Souls, man, this card is absolutely insane. I never had really a problem with mana base. The fact it comes untapped is insane. It gives you colorless mana for free, so you still get the mana even if you don't play a creature. So with monocolor decks, it's just a pure win. And the fact you cannot counter Starving Revenant, obviously this card is insane, but man, it felt way more smooth than I expected. It just feels like no drawback card in this deck. It's just a free win. Honestly, maybe if there will be more control, you can even trade some Fields of Ruins for this. It's good. What I didn't like, honestly, is Hidden Necropolis. This is super expensive. It can hurt you on the top land. You have seen in one of the games I drew it on the 5th land, and that could change, not really in this game, but it makes a difference, of course. And the Discover 4, especially as a sorcery, I feel it's a little bit clunky. Sometimes you hit your 1 or 2 drop and you just take it in your hand if that's a removal. So yeah, I thought that it would feel a little bit better. So not super fan of this card. Maybe it should be just a swamp. So what do we have more? That's kinda it. Alright, those were new cards. If you appreciate the full review of every single part of each single card in this deck, don't forget to subscribe. It helps the channel and you get hopefully good content every single day. That might help save your wild cards. And with that being said, really thank you for being here, for being so positive, and hopefully you are enjoying the new set. I have to say I still enjoy the most playing Control, so my favorite is Azorius Control so far. But yeah, we'll try to test different types so you guys get the feeling of the new set. If you appreciate it, like the video, share, and see you tomorrow.
With